For more open-world PS5 games, subscribe now. Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora. Finally, an Avatar video game, and we get to play as the blue guys. It's exciting to see how this version of Pandora will turn out, especially with James Cameron backing development. From what we've seen and heard so far, you can soar, swim, and walk around the lush alien planet. With Ubisoft at the helm, Frontiers of Pandora may just break new ground in open-world games. Many details are still under wraps. With a release window between 2023 and 2024, we'll hear more about it in the coming months. The day before. Zombies and open world. What's a better combination than that? The day before promises a seamless co-op survival experience in a world lost to the undead. While they did release a 10-minute gameplay trailer, for most people, it still felt a bit vague and cryptic. The development didn't go smoothly either, from copyright claims to fake game accusations and getting branded as vaporware. Nonetheless, this didn't faze developers. The day before is still gearing up for a 2023 release. Fingers crossed, this game is actually real. Flintlock: The Siege of Dawn. Flintlock's distinct open world mixes high fantasy element with pirates. The gameplay trailer actually sells us on its stylish combat. 1 minute it's casting spells and clashing swords, then you pop out a gun and blast foes sky high. This melee and range hybrid brings in new possibilities to combat. Put the gods in their place as you travel from across this unknown land looking for new targets.
Tell me you've got a plan.
Not a plan. A man.
Cyberpunk 2077: Phantom Liberty. Johnny Silverhand and V return in this massive expansion to Cyberpunk 2077. By massive, we mean massively expensive. There are still more dystopian delights in this paid DLC. It's set in a whole new location outside Night City. Combat comes with new abilities, weapons, and cyberware upgrades for that future-proof violence. In Phantom Liberty, Keanu Reeves isn't the only big player. Idris Elba joins the fight as you uncover a deep political mystery. Marvel's Spider-Man 2. It's always great to see more Spider-Man. This sequel is still taking its time in the pot. Fortunately, we don't have to wait for long. According to many major sources, it's coming out this year. There are still no details about story or gameplay changes, but we can expect that Insomniac will be doubling down on the open world feel, especially now that we have two Spider-Man as protagonists. It's gonna be Sony's biggest AAA release this year if all goes according to plan. Baldur's Gate 3. One of the most respected Western RPGs in the market, Baldur's Gate got its much-awaited third installment after 2 decades. Already released on early access on PC, its full release will coincide with the launch on PS5. From the early access previews, it had leaps in visuals and presentation.
Bow before me.
Still, Baldur's Gate retains the tried and tested RPG mechanics and well-written branching narrative. Assassin's Creed Mirage. Set on the sandy dunes of 9th century Baghdad, Mirage returns to the series' roots, which means no more bloated world and less of RPG numbers on screen. Instead, Mirage is a straightforward story centering on a familiar assassin joining the ranks of the Creed. Best of all, the Hidden Blades are back. We haven't seen actual gameplay yet, but it's expected to come out at the tail end of 2023.
I have a dream. It starts in the desert.
Dune: Awakening. There's also more sand to be had in Frank Herbert's sci-fi epic as it returns to video games. It's a fight for survival in an open-world Arrakis. You're not just Timothée Chalamet or Zendaya. You can be your own character, play with friends, and explore the sand-soaked planet. If you enjoy the sandworms, the addictive spice, and power struggles in a galaxy-wide conflict, Dune: Awakening is the game to give you all three.
Don't worry. It's okay. I'll always be with you.
Death Stranding 2. Kojima's Death Stranding is only getting weirder in this sequel. There's little news to gather in this next chapter of this bizarre sci-fi world. The only thing confirmed so far is that Norman Reedus, Léa Seydoux, and the baby return. Of course, since it's using Guerrilla's Decima engine, its open world will be as impressive as Horizon Forbidden West, or maybe even better. We've seen a lot of weird things coming from Kojima's Death Stranding trailer, so this doesn't surprise us anymore. Release date is still a mystery, but an early 2024 window sounds likely. I, for one, would like to hear more news about it this year. Kerbal Space Program 2. Building your own spaceship and flinging yourself into the far reaches of space is the charm of Kerbal Space Program, but only with the right calibrations can you fully appreciate the sandbox universe of this title. It's literally rocket science. It's already out on Steam's early access, and people weren't too happy with the lack of content. Clearly, it has a lot to iron out. However, it does have a roadmap for upcoming features. We'll just have to hope that the new content releases just in time for the PS5 launch.